Well, I arrived at a new campsite. This is Table Mountain Campground. I wanted to do a couple of things. I want to show you this particular campsite, the beauty of it. In addition to that, I wanted to go over the new bag that we talked about last time, the NATUREHIKE Rock 2.0. But first, this campsite. Again, Table Mountain Campsite. I'm at site 23. Specifically selected because this way, and as you can see, this way, there are no other campsites. It's just, in my opinion, beautiful. It does confine you because I'm right next to the ravine, the meadow or the ravine, but I do have a plot here that's flat enough to set up the tent. But as you can see behind me, all of this is what you wake up to in the morning. I can go this way. I'll give you a detailed tour later. But of course, my camera's sitting up on top of a bear box. You have your table, your fire pit, even a stove if you want to go that far. But if we come this way, as you can see behind me, no other campsite. There's one across the road, but you have this vast meadow that's so, right now, peaceful. It's warm outside, but it's not hot. It is July 2026. And again, it's warm, but it's not hot. The shade is perfect. There's plenty of shade. I've got shade under this pine where I'm going to set up tent. There's all morning shade. It's at noon. So this is the hottest part where the sun is beating down hard. But again, this is a beautiful site. I'm trying to emphasize and show, if you're in Southern California, there's a plethora of sites that's available to us that's within a 2-hour drive. So from the South Bay, on a Thursday morning, this was an hour and 45 minutes. And virtually I saw one campsite when I drove in, and there's virtually no one here. If you get an opportunity to take advantage of these that I present, try to do it midweek or do it Thursday, Friday, plus the weekend. That way you can get some solitude. But this site is the epitome of solitude. Now, let's get over to this pack. We'll talk about this site and this campground later. Bye for now. Okay, let's get started. This is the NATUREHIKE 60. The NATUREHIKE Rock 2.0. And it is a 60 plus 5, 60 liter plus an additional 5. I mentioned that the only thing that this bag is missing from my normal loadout is a 450 bear box, which will absolutely 100% fit in here with the roll-up top. But before we do anything, let's circle the circumference. I'll talk as quickly as I can and not to bore anybody, and see where we are with this 26.6 bag as is, and then we'll dive into it. Great. So on the outside, what I normally carry, I have a nice terry cloth towel. If I'm hiking, this is from Gossamer Gear, very inexpensive, but it works. Wipe my face and so forth. I've got trekking poles. I'll get into the mesh pouch in just a moment. I also have outside my NEMO Switchback. I use this in conjunction with my sleeping pad. My sleeping pad is also NEMO, and it's a personal preference. Some people swear they don't use anything underneath their sleeping pads. I will. I spend so much money on this thing, I'm not going to have it punctured. But nevertheless, I digress. Let's circle around. So as you can see, you can attach things. There's a lot of pockets. We'll get into these pockets in just a moment. My Pro Series, Carbon Pro Series hiking sticks, my NEMO switch. Turn it around. I've got my Garmin Mini 3 must have, whether you're in the backcountry or just hiking. Bear spray. And normally this Nalgene is in this pocket. That's my normal water source, so I usually keep that there. I got thirsty. And on the opposite side, I have my chair and my hiking poles. So with that said, let's cut to the chase. Mesh pocket holds a lot. These are things that I want to get quick access to. So with that in mind, I keep a notebook, my thoughts. I also am a photographer, so I use that to keep some exposures and so forth. Another great Gossamer gear find. Hiking in the Eastern Sierras, you definitely want to take your breaks, eat your snacks, re-energize. I don't want to pull this off, and I don't want to take stuff out of the bag. I want to stop and be able to eat quickly. So Gossamer gear comes to the rescue again. Shout out to Gossamer gear. If you see this, let's talk. This wonderful, inexpensive sit pad. It folds up. I mean, can't beat it. This way, I'm not unpacking the entire case, and sit down and I'm good to go. I'll try to remember to put links to all of this stuff in the descriptions below. I think that's how you do it. Also in my mesh pad is my snacks that I keep in a Sea to Summit 3-liter waterproof pouch. All of my energy drinks and my electrolytes. Again, this is quick grab stuff. Again, Gossamer gear, a nice pouch. No use for this yet. This should have been left on my desk, but here we go. And it's just a few dollars. Tear resistant, water resistant, great zippers. If you just need a small pouch, we all need small pouches. Gossamer gear, again, to the rescue. Forgot the name of these things, but this stays in my bag. Goes around the neck. I can use it for whatever. A buff. So I don't even know where I got this. This was inexpensive, but I keep it. And I always keep it in here. And if I'm hiking, I have a sun hoodie. This thing is so light. It almost weighs as much as this buff. I like the color. Want to be seen on the trail. And give me 1 second. Can't remember the name. This is Outdoor Vitals. This is an altitude sun hoodie. And again, it's nice, it's light. And yes, I need a sun hoodie because I don't want to get sunburned either. I know black don't crack, but it will get burnt. And I think that's it. With this pouch, again, I'm going to point to this NEMO Switchback that I use underneath my sleeping pad. Unhook that. You see it, set that to the side. This rolls down. Now, another YouTuber whom I respect, his name escapes me. He did not configure this right. The straps that you use to secure the roll down top, he pulled to the front as compression straps. That is incorrect. And I'm going to take these off just so this is a little easier to maneuver. Sorry, I twisted these up so that they would stay secure and not fall through. So before I do the roll top, let me go. There's a pocket behind the mesh pad, a nice pocket. I can get my whole hand back there. And what I usually put there is, again, some quick access stuff. So I keep my pen for my notes. I keep a compass, and I keep a map, a paper map of where I'm going to be. And I'm currently in the Angeles Forest. I will be doing some hiking. I just need backup. And the number one goal when we're out in the backcountry, when we're out exploring nature, I do it because I love it. This year, I had some first time in my life, had medical issues, and my neurologist, who was a blessing to me, asked, "What do I do for my body?" I said, "I do hiking and I camp." And he says, "Do that as much as you can because it will help you more than anything." So I have been admonished to get out here. I say all that to say, when I do come to the backcountry, not only do I want to enjoy it, do I want to have the peace, do I want my body in line with my spirit, but the goal is also to make it back home safely. So I bring a map, I have a compass, and I bring that and I keep that right here so it's accessible. I don't want to repack everything when I'm done with this video, so I'm going to kind of stick it back in there and just keep it where it belongs as much as I can. I have my notebook in my mesh front, but that should actually be down here. Now, in this pocket that's here, there is another pocket that's zipped up. There, you can put anything you want to keep secure. I have a pack liner. I'm in the summertime. I'm in July 2026. There, and I'm in Southern California. There is no rain in the forecast. Although it could rain, there is no rain. I keep a pack liner just for inclement weather. I keep that folded up. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to go camping and trying to figure out where it is. I know I'm not the only one. I also keep my fire permit. Here we have to have a fire permit. It's good for a year. It's free online to secure, but in case a ranger comes by and asks me anything, if I'm running the fire pit or if I'm using my canister, I'm covered. I don't want no problems. So I keep that in the zip pocket. Also in the zip pocket, I keep this canister that is my repair kit for my tent. My tent, my sleeping bag, I got patches and so forth. So all of that goes into this pocket. This pocket doesn't get used on the daily, but it's there. And if I forget about it, I know I keep a habit of keeping certain things in certain places. Now let's get to the inside, take the water out. Again, I showed you my NEMO chair, my tent poles. Let's unclip this. These fasten down. I hope you can see this with this strap here. And this is how you secure the roll top. You don't secure the bag this way. You secure the roll top with this one. And let me demonstrate that a bear box could absolutely fit in here. I think the beginning of my stuff is there. So I put it in there. It does fit nicely. This bag is really nice, and I would highly recommend it. Let's go further to this loadout. On the top of my pack is my tent. It's the first thing I want to grab when I get to camp. It's right there. Immediately beneath that, if I'm hiking and the weather changes, I have a puffy jacket. I have a rain jacket. First aid kit. That's the first layer beneath my tent. The next layer, my stove. This is the 750 milliliter fire maple petrol pot. And in this pot, I have another cup, I have gas canister, and I have a stove. So everything I need to prepare my food is right here. I got this nice case from Hilltop Packs. It fits perfectly. I can easily recognize this silver pot and find it quickly. Another Cedar Summit water resistant, waterproof sack. And in this sack, I keep all of my electronics. So if I'm crossing the river or if it starts raining, my electronics won't get damaged. They comprised of, very briefly, a Flextail Zero power bank, a Flextail Zero pump, and a few other items, but my electronics bag. This is my Cedar Summit Eros pillow, premium extra large. I hope you can see that. I have a Cocoon microfiber mummy liner. When you're in the mountains, weather can change quickly. I don't want to be cold. Mummy liner. I use a Matador bag. It's water resistant for my food, dehydrated food. I have a Matador pouch for all my personal items. Toothbrush, toothpaste, bug net, poop bags, and some giant, what do you call it, face towels. This layer is, again, I can layer up in my tent. I've got some base layers for thermals, pants, thermal shirt, and a wool beanie for my head. I'm at the bottom. Because I'm in the middle of summer, I do not have my normal Nemo Disco sleeping bag. I wanted to go lighter, so I have this Alpine Ridge Outfitters ultralight down blanket. Try it. This summer is the first time I'm trying this without my sleeping bag. But my sleeping bag does compress and fit in here just fine. Almost last, I've got my Nemo Tensor Extreme Conditions long, wide sleeping mat. So this plus this plus this is my sleeping system for summertime. And again, When I don't have the blanket, I usually have my disco men's tent. And let's see. Oh, one more thing. One more thing. I have the Z-Pack camp shoes. I don't like bringing dirt into my tent. And after a long day hiking, just let my feet breathe. And I keep them in this Ziploc bag because if I am walking around tent, I don't want to put dirty shoes back into my pack. So I keep them in here. This bag has a water bladder. I don't use a water bladder, so I just slide those and they lay flat right in the back. And currently I don't have anything in the hip pockets. This bag has load adjusters. It's a full feature bag and it holds all of this, and everything that you saw here makes up 26.6 pounds. It's carryable, it carries the load well, feels good, it's hikeable, and I would highly recommend it. If you need a nice light backpack that's full featured, that does not cost $300 and $400. I believe I got this for $120. The prices vary, but you will be able to find the sale, and I would highly recommend it. It holds well and it does well. Till next time, peace. I'll see you outside.